Okay, guys, competitive Pokemon is back. Let's just jump right into it. So, Pokemon 2022 Championship season information is here. I woke up to this information not too long ago. I'm just really excited, man. Like, I've been on social media all morning. It's been exploding. It's been absolutely wonderful, fantastic. Like, if you guys are going to compete, let me know in the comments below where you were in championship points and if you plan on trying to go for the World Championships or even just visiting the World Championships. But this video is going to be a little bit of a quick rundown on everything you need to know based on the information and the newsletters provided to us. So planning is underway for the 2022 championship season, which means that there is notice about they're planning the regionals, whatever, and each region will get fired up underway based on their appropriate guidelines. This update provides the most information for the 2022 Champion Series under the assumption that most play will be able to assume in the next 12 months. Right now, everything's still suspended except in Australia and New Zealand. But we are planning on having Worlds in August 2022. So, importantly, we've already seen... Wait, is this the same thing? Yeah, well, this doesn't matter then. Okay, so we have already seen that age ups are happening. Juniors are going to be 2010 and later. Seniors is 06, 07, 08, 09. And Masters is 05 and later. Or earlier, sorry. So we will have a couple of people aging up into the Masters division. Which is... yeah, it's gonna change some things with the CP numbers, all that stuff. But if you are in those age ranges and you were playing as a junior or a senior previously, get used to a different game, I guess, is how I would say it. And 2022 World Championships will take place over 4 days, beginning on Thursday. So if you guys are going to be planning to go to London, make sure you have plenty of time because a lot of players will be day 1 contestants. I am almost certainly a day 2 contestant. I don't know if I'll be a day 3 contestant off the bat. I don't really understand how that part works yet. I'll get to that in a second and explain what that means for newer players who are entering the game. Some players will age up in a new division, blah, blah, blah. We talked about this. The championship points the players earned in 2020 will transfer over to the 2022 season. So that will be a very simple, if you whatever points you had in 2019, 2020 season will be brought over to now. So if you had like 100 points, you now have 100 points to start this quote unquote mini season that we have. It's like 4-month gap. It's not a very long season, so you don't actually have that much time to earn points. It's kind of like we picked up where we left off, but you will be able to carry that CP with you. There'll be 2 CP qualification thresholds. Thursday players who reach the qualification bar that is the same for the 2020 bar. So everyone who reached the 500 championship points, I'll pull that up in a second, 500 championship points for US Masters, and I don't remember the other numbers for the other regions, will be qualified for the World Championships in 2020. You'll be able to come play Thursday, pick up your welcome kit, one of the best things you could possibly do, yada yada. Therefore, players who qualify for Worlds are still qualified for 2022. Therefore, I am qualified for Worlds. Friday players who reach a new CP qualification threshold set in 21 or 22, when more information is available, will skip play on Thursday. So what I assume this means is we've talked about this in previous length in other videos, but since this is a newer video with you guys being newer contestants, we're going to talk about it. So the 500 on Thursday is going to be minimum bar number 1. And whatever were announced on Friday, for the Friday requirements, they say that we don't have enough time to realistically do a big world. So maybe another 400 on top of that. So 900 points is what you're going to need, realistically speaking, to play in day 2 automatically. That'll be announced at a later date. But if you get to that 900 points, you get to go straight from Thursday into Friday. So Thursday, you get to walk around, enjoy the opening ceremony, get a little bit more practice in, kind of walk around, see what decks people are playing. You get plenty of time. Now, this is not clear what day 3 is. Now, following up, there is a big press release that they put out today. So competitive Pokemon is going to feature an inaugural Pokemon Go Championship Series, which is really, really cool. So we will have Pokemon TCG, Sword and Shield, DX, Tournament DX, and Pokemon Go for the first time at the World Championships. Now, I know everyone's going to be thinking, where's Unite? Where's Unite? Where's Unite? I do think they will have Unite at the World Championships, but I think it will be an invitational. So some of the top teams will be brought over, some content creators will be brought over to kind of showcase the game. I don't think you can just kind of have a World Championships without having a showcase of some sort. And due to all the avenues where you would have these MOBA style games have not been available to us due to COVID, I think this World Championships will have a Unite tournament that simply lets you, come in and have like if you're already good at the game and Pokemon's recognize you, I assume I'll see you guys on stage there. Bam, bam. All this again. We've already talked about this. Okay, so this is really important. The health and safety of players, competitive player communities continue to be monitored. The situation is being monitored, and timelines will be changed. Once all in-person events resume, all competitors, vendors, staff, and spectators must comply with the Pokemon Company's international COVID policy to ensure the health and safety of all our attendees. More information can be found here. And now I'm going to click on this, and it might piss some of you guys off. And if I have, then you're the problem. It's basically a vaccine mandate. We're going to be having a vaccine mandate to play, and I assume most places will have a mask mandate. Any tournament above 300 people will have a vaccine mandate. I don't know how they're going to monitor these or how they're going to check them, but I assume that you guys will have to get vaccinated, and I hope you guys do. It's down here, actually. The Pokemon Go series, I'm not going to talk too much about this. We're a TCG channel here. But for large store championship events, 300 plus attendees and staff, venues are to institute the following vaccination policy. Live attendance at Play Pokemon events by player, attendance, audience, and staff should be restricted to individuals who are vaccinated. Very important. So if you're on the fence about getting vaccinated or didn't have a reason to, this, you don't have to tell anybody. Just go get it now, please. If not, I guess I won't be seeing you guys at competitive events, and honestly, good riddance. Attendees must present evidence confirming at least 2 weeks before the start date event they received the final dose of the vaccine that's recognized on the World Health Organization WHO emergency listing. Current vaccines on the WHO UL list: Pfizer, Moderna, AstraZeneca, Johnson & Johnson, Sinopharm, and Sinovac. I don't know what these last two are, but it's got plenty of options. Get it. General code policy: all present players, attendants, and staff are to wear appropriate face coverings at times. You guys can be okay with wearing a mask. Don't give me if, ands, or buts. People get sick from Pokemon events all the time, cons, any big event all the time. So I think it's just a better thing to have masks required anyway. No eating or drinking in the venue is allowed during the event for players and staff unless there's clearly separated food service space, operated in a strict accordance with local health guidelines or ordinances, blah, blah, blah. I think it'll be fine to eat and drink. I assume they just mean don't do it all the time everywhere. I think you're reasonable enough to walk to the side and eat your food or take a sip of your water. Players are required to sanitize their hands as they're switching opponents and forego the traditional pregame handshake. Yeah, I will not be handshaking. I'll be doing a fist bump, or I'll be doing you good to go, thumbs up. Each match is to be at least 3 feet apart from other matches. Spectators and other places may congregate. I think that's very easy to do, even at the 10K that I went to, or the quote-unquote 1K, whatever. It was important. So that's really important. So that's the big summary for today. If that's all you care about, you can leave. But if you're new, I'm going to talk about championship breakdown right now. So here's what our leaderboards looked like before. And so going into Worlds, there was always a top 16 system where if you were in the top 16 of North America, top 22 North EU, top 8 Australia, top 8 Latin America, you were given an automatic pass into the day 2 of the World Championships. Back when Worlds was 3 days, day 3 being finals. Now it's a 4-day event. Therefore, day 4 is the finals, I presume. We have no confirmation whether or not that'll happen. Now, looking at this championship point system, and we look at seniors, there are a good chunk of seniors that do age up with more championship points than masters. So even for myself, I'm very confident that I get bumped, even with 929 points, pretty low onto this ladder. Now, what does this mean? I don't know. But we're going to go to Twitter real quick so I can pop up the announcement again real quick. Also, public announcement to follow my Twitter. So important here, also, that the 2022 season is shorter than usual, so players will be able to earn travel awards for the 2022 NAIC, but EUIC will not have championship points. So the period will start April 24th. So tentatively, we've been given our date for Berlin, April 24th. So if you guys are thinking about going to Berlin, start looking at tickets. Should be really exciting. I will be there, rain or shine. So yeah, should be a lot of fun. And what a stipend is that you will get the top 4 players in this certain period that have earned a certain number of championship points will earn a travel award or a full paid trip, or as you would like to call it. And then 5th through 16th in each age division will receive $1,000 to travel. If you're under 18, you get more. I don't know the exact number. I've never been under 18 with this system. But it is something worth competing in. But because European International Championships were already paid out back then, that will not happen. So this is a little pull-up of championship points I pulled up to kind of do the breakdown. This is from VGC. But if everything, it said it's going to mirror the 2020 season, so I don't think they're going to change the best finish limits. Championship points across the board. I think League Cups, League Challenges, Regionals will all have very similar CP across the board. Prizing is actually very bad for VGC, whereas our TCG is much better. Actually, it's $5,000, but and ICs is similarly the points, the big point tables. So that's your like quick 10-minute summary on what the hell just happened today. If you're like at work or something and you're like, wait, what's happening with competitive Pokemon? I need to know everything right now. That's all the information we have right now. But besides that, I'm really excited to play. I'll see you guys on the circuit, and good luck. Let me know where you guys are on championship points.